So the plan, folks, is that I'll be asking questions. There's a 2-minute opening statement from each of you. We're not highfalutin, so we flip the coin ahead of your being here, but with other people around, and if you trusted, Ann will go first in that, and then Clem. And then with the 9-10-minute segments, the idea is for you two to talk to each other, and for me to ask as few questions as possible. It really would be nice to have some engagement there. There's not an audience to speak to, so if you could speak to each other and ask each other questions, I think that would be helpful. I'll apologize in advance because I probably will interrupt you with some questions, but that's how we'd like to proceed. If there's not any questions, I guess I'd invite you to start.
Yeah, just a question. When you want us to ask questions, is that based upon what your original question is? Or
sure.
how's that going to work? I mean,
so we'll have some large
global questions?
Some themes, I guess, for the 10-minute segments. So I might have a theme on the weather. So if we had a theme on the weather, I'd ask you not to talk about financing unless that had to do with the weather. But I'll ask a particular or a specific question to start things off, and then you should feel free to go ahead. And if you go too far afield, then I'm so inclined I'll try to interrupt you. Okay. And as far as the opening, the 2 minutes, I'll put my hand up or something when it's about time to stop, and just ask you to stop.
Okay. All right. Good afternoon. I'm Ann Johnston, candidate for mayor of Stockton. I'm a local business owner. I own the Balloonery on Harding Way. I've been in business 27 years. My husband and I have lived in this community 31 years. We've raised our family here. Our children have gone to our local schools. Prior to that, I grew up in Merced. I'm the oldest of 7 children. I grew up on a farm. Went to San Francisco State University with a degree in social science, a secondary teaching credential. Spent 2 years serving our country in the Peace Corps in Iran. Came back, taught for a number of years, and then my husband and I went into business. And so we're really business people in this community. I served on the Lodi Unified School District Board of Trustees for 13 years during a time of rapid growth. Major challenges in that area, both in terms of finance and in terms of facilities. It was the Prop 13 era. Following that, I was elected to the City Council for 2 terms during the time when we began the downtown revitalization and renewal under Mayors Dara and Mayor Podesto. Very proud of the service and the accomplishments of that particular era, and believe that we need to continue much of that effort and address the issues that we face today. Obviously, our major issue at the moment in Stockton is our economic situation. The budget that we face is going to impact what we do in the city. We always have the problem of crime and crime prevention that is key in bringing in new businesses and expanding businesses in our community. We have serious problems with our education system that really need a partnership to develop solutions for them. Basically, we need more jobs, we need more businesses, we need to work together to solve our myriad of problems. Thank you.
Good afternoon, I'm Clem Lee. I'm a teacher, I'm a Stockton City Council member, and I'm a candidate for mayor. I offer my thanks to the record for hosting this event, as well as to my opponent for agreeing to participate. I would also like to thank Mrs. Johnston for her energy and visibility throughout this long campaign. I think it's safe to say that the citizens of Stockton have benefited from the eager prosecution of both of our campaigns. That said, I believe it has become clear that I am the best candidate to become Stockton's next mayor. It's not just about what either one of us says, it's about what each of us has said combined with what each of us has done. My opponent's track record simply does not match up with her rhetoric. Mine does. In my 14 years on the SUSD school board and in my 4 years on the city council, I have been straightforward, sometimes to a fault, but it has never been my way to attempt to tailor my words to what any one entity wants to hear, but rather to say the truth and act on it to the best of my ability to do so. My actions have sometimes put me at odds with powerful interests, unions, commercial retailers, special interests, developers, you name it. But most have come to respect the fact that while they may not agree with me on every issue, they know that I'll tell them where I stand and that I will stick to my guns. The next mayoral term will be the most challenging perhaps in the history of Stockton. And Stockton deserves someone who has proven he can make the tough decisions and withstand the criticism that will go with this job every single day of the next term. I've said that it seems like I've been training for this job for most of my life. I believe I'm ready to serve, and I appreciate your consideration.